An affordable roper boot that can handle just about anything? That's what the Rhodes ATX Western boot is trying to offer the market. Built with a classic low heel and a round toe that makes ropers so versatile, plus they come in at a price that's easy on the budget. Today, we're gonna break down the details of this Rhodes ATX Western boot in this quick impression video. Let's get into it.
I'm just here to connect ya, and then I'll be on my way.
Hey everybody, my name is Jeremiah Craig. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please subscribe and always like and comment down below. Really appreciate you picking this video today. I've seen a lot about Rhodes boots online, and I figured it was about time for me to try them out for myself. So I got this Rhodes ATX Western boot from Huckberry.com, and we're gonna break down the details of this boot with the rundown. All right, this is the Rhodes ATX Western boot, and it is a roper style since it is about 10 inches tall, about a 1-inch heel, and a round toe. Those are all the qualities that make up a roper. This Rhodes ATX features a full grain leather foot and counter. That is a bovine leather. It also has a roper round toe, which is a little bit more wide, and they do promote that it does have a wide toe box, but it is pretty much a roper style toe shape through and through. The color option here is listed as tobacco honey suede brown cork, and it comes in at just under 10 inches tall at its tallest spot, which is the front and the back. Comes in at around 9.5 inches, and then it does sort of come down. You got a little bit of a U shape here in the top. So where the pull tabs are, that's about 9 inches tall. The tops are a suede slash rough out with the rough side out, and they are unlined as well. It's marketed as being easier to get in and out of since you don't have that extra leather on the lining. I've never had a problem getting in and out of a boot because a boot has lining or not. And plus, this does have the little heel slide as well, so it's got a little bit of extra leather built up there. Usually it's tougher to get in and out of a boot because of how low the instep is and not because there's a lining or not, but because it is a suede and it's very thin leather up here, I could see that it could stretch a little bit more when you put pressure right here with your heel, just because it is a very thin suede leather there. And since it is such a thin suede top up here, that's gonna keep the boot from showing through jeans. Say if you have like an athletic cut jean that you like to wear, these are pretty squishy, and they should pretty much form to whatever shape you need them to when you slide those jeans over top of this boot. That said, the thin suede will also sag a lot more quickly as you wear this boot. So if you don't like the sag look, you can use things like boot shapers or pool noodles and just stick them in here just so that boot stays upright and doesn't sag as much. I kind of like the sag look, and I think it would look really cool on a boot like this, but other folks might not like that. So it's completely up to you, but based off of this boot's design, it will sag, and it will sag very quickly. The Rhodes ATX features a 360 leather welt that's sewn to a leather midsole, so that goes all the way around, so this boot is resolable. Then they have a rubber Vibram sole that's glued onto that. That same material is making up a 1-inch roper heel back here. On the inside, like I mentioned, the tops are unlined, but then you do have a leather lining around the foot, and it does feel like cowhide leather. It's really soft in here. We also have a removable foam insole that has a top that's lined with leather, so it's really soft here and pretty cushiony and thick insert here. And under that, you have a compressed cardboard footbed. This Rhodes ATX Western boot is made in Leon, Mexico, and at the time of this recording, they're coming in at between $160 and $175 over at Huckberry.com, but their usual price can range up to $260 to $270. Speaking of Huckberry, thanks to them for making this video possible. If you're looking for a one-stop men's shop that nails both style and adventure, you gotta check out Huckberry. This highly curated fashion and outdoor retailer brings together the highest quality apparel, footwear, content, and gear, all built for guys who love a little adventure in their lives. They carry boots like these ones from Rhodes and a ton of other gear for whatever adventure you have planned. Fall is coming up and they have this classic chore coat from Flint and Tinder. With roomy pockets and a mid-weight feel, it's perfect for late summer evenings and autumn days. They also carry my favorite knife brand, Buck Knives. I've had this one for 20 years, and I just got this 836 folding Selkirk knife, which comes with a sheath, ferro rod, and whistle. For the more casual and stylish adventures, I picked up this retro stitch Johnny Collar polo. I love the texture of it, and it's a relaxed fit, so I sized down to a medium when I would usually go with a large, and I really like the fit of it. Plus, Huckberry carries a variety of different watches, like this Citizen Huckberry collab watch called the Pro Master Tough. Love the green color and that it's powered by light. Whether you're dressing up, gearing up, or just upgrading everyday essentials, Huckberry's got you covered with pieces made to last. Check them out at the links in the description or the pinned comment. Now let's try on these boots to see how they look and feel. All right, I got on those Rhodes ATX Western boot right now, and they feel pretty good. You know, I'd have to say that the instep, or just a little bit lower than the instep, like right around here, instep like right here, top of the foot, just a little bit lower than the instep, I'd have to say is a kind of low, and they are feeling a little bit more narrow than your average D-width boot. So I probably could have sized up to an 11.5 D on this one. It feels more like a C width to me. But these should work. I mean, the toe box is wide enough to where my toes aren't getting pinched or anything. But it would definitely benefit them to have more than just the one width, especially if you're going to have boots that don't have laces, you know? So if you're thinking about ordering these, maybe size up a half a size. I wish I did. They are a little bit more narrow than I feel like a lot of competitors are at the 11D range. I'm a narrow foot, so my favorite width, my favorite size is to go with a 12B. That's my Brannock device size, and Huckberry even says on the page to follow your Brannock device size, but they only have the one width for these boots. They will need some break-in time, and that leather is thicker, you know. You do have the lining around the foot, so it's a little bit more to break in, and also that rubber outsole. But you're not only breaking in that rubber outsole, you're also breaking in the leather midsole as well. So these boots will need some break-in time, but that cushioned leather-lined insole there that's removable does feel really nice. It's taking up a lot of space too, so you could probably take it out and put something else in there that was a little bit thinner, but it does take up a lot of space, and it's pretty cushiony too. The tops here, as you can see, are really soft and flimsy. I could put them under these jeans really easy, and they're not gonna show through that much. These are mid to heavier weight denim. This is a 316 jean that you can also get from Huckberry. This is like my favorite jean right now. I love how they feel and how they fit. They're not gonna show through the jeans. You're not gonna get very much of a bucket look because it's such a soft and flimsy top, and that's why I'm saying they're gonna sag a lot too as you wear these around. So if you don't like that look, then be sure to put in boot shapers when you store these boots away. So it's a good look. I like the feel of them. I like the leather quality, and they're gonna be fun to break in. But I do wish that I sized up a half a size, just because these do run just a little bit more narrow, I feel like. Here's the POV. You can check out that roper round toe. It's a pretty normal roper toe from all the other ropers out there these days. Maybe a touch wider, but for the most part, this is a roper through and through. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right, guys, so I think that this Rhodes ATX Western boot is a good value for where it's priced right now, around the 160 to 175 level over at Huckberry.com. At its other price range, between like 265 or higher, you're kind of getting into the Red Wing Pecos territory. And I feel like the Red Wing Pecos is just a little bit better of a boot all around, just because you have more width options. They have 6 width options in this boot, in the Pecos nail seat. There's only one width option for this Rhodes ATX Western boot, which is a D width. And it does kind of feel more like a C width. As I mentioned, it does run a little bit more narrow, and I kind of wish that I sized up a half a size because of that, but I can make it work because it does have a wider toe box. But I also feel like if you're going to try to price something in the higher 200s to maybe $300, you need several more width sizes, especially for a boot that doesn't have laces. So I really think that they would be able to increase the value of this boot if they wanted to price it again at $265, if they released at least 2 more width sizes, a wide size and a narrow size. I feel like that would be a huge improvement right there. Other than that, though, this boot does have some cost savings methods like the compressed cardboard footbed, but at the $160 to $175 range, you need to make cost savings methods if you're going to be offering a boot in that price range. So it is a very simple boot that's at a good value. I mean, you got a Vibram outsole, or Vibram. I don't know how you guys are saying it. I always say Vibram, which makes some great rubber outsoles. It will last for years before you need a resole. And I could see this boot lasting quite a long time if you used it casually. It's not going to be one of those hard work boots that you're going to want to continually get wet over and over and over again, just because it does have that compressed cardboard footbed. And if those get wet a lot, then it's just going to start tearing, and you're going to pretty much lose any repairability that you had in this boot in the first place. So as long as you guys use it in dry weather on a regular basis, I think you're going to get a lot of good use out of this boot in the $160 to $175 price range, especially when you compare it to other boots that are the same price. So I'd have to say that this boot does punch high for that $160 to $175 price range. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Looking forward to wearing this around, and I'll give you more report on this towards the end of the year. Huge thanks to Huckberry for making this video possible. Don't forget to subscribe while you're here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
There's good value in Rhodes with those Vibram soles, and they're ready for adventure no matter where I go. Thank you so much for watching today. Why don't you check out this other video up here, or I got a music video down here I think you might enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe up here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Peace.